Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. And my husband and I usually go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey, but wait, it's not Tuesday
It's
at 7
not
p.m.
Tuesday at 7 p.m. We didn't do the video because it was 4th of July. And right now, the reason we're doing a video is it's a pre-party for Stamp Camp.
Pre-party.
Yes.
You can't have enough parties, right?
So I wonder how many of our Stamp Camp friends are on.
Well, Anita is on.
And Anita is one of our Stamp Camp friends. I'm so glad you're here. I talked about Stamp Camp for 3 months, and it's finally here. The welcome's at 5. Our presentation's at 6. We get to show them how to make this card at 6. I can't wait. But right now, I want to show you how to make a glue box. Last year, I made these glue boxes. It's for the liquid green glue. A lot of Stampin' Up! People use that to keep it upside down. I also put a pin in my box because I like to open up the glue with that if it's stuck. But I made a new updated version, and I sent it to all my Stamp Camp participants. Nobody else got that, but I wanted to surprise and delight them. You know, sometimes you surprise and delight me, and
I try.
And I really like that, so I thought they would like that too. The problem is, in their card kits, so they got 13, you got 13 card kits, if you're a Stamp Camp friend, and you just got this, and you probably thought, thanks, Beth, what did you send me? So I want to show you how to put it together. And if you're not one of our Stamp Camp friends this time, I hope you'll join us next time, but I still want to show everyone how to make it.
You can still make a glue box.
You can, so join us. Get a piece of paper out, and you need some cardstock, and it's 5 1/4 wide and 7 1/2 long, okay? I like to make templates. I do have a glue box template from last year, but I couldn't find it today. So you make a template if you want to. So again, it's 5 1/4 wide and 7 1/2 long. Normally we put, are you putting up the measurements? Normally I input all the measurements ahead of time.
What's the length again?
5 1/4 by 7 1/2. Anita, we are just so happy you're here. You know, it's probably too many measurements.
That's okay.
So anyway, then what you're going to do is you're going to score, put the short side at the top, and you're going to score at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. So this is scoring down to this size. And then you're going to put the long side of the glue box in. And on here, you ready for this, Steve?
We're scoring at 1 3/4 and
3 1/2. Should I wait for you to catch up? Hello, Holly Paulson. I'm glad you're here. You found us on an odd day. We're not usually here on Friday.
Okay.
Okay, now on the 7 1/2 side, we're doing score marks. Are you ready? We are scoring at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 4 inches, and 5 3/4. So this is how we're putting our box together. There's only one other measurement. Are you glad, Steve? Steve doesn't like having to do this part.
It's stressful.
Okay, you need some DSP. I use the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper, and these are 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 inch squares, and you need 3 of them. Then what I did is I took my paper snips and I snipped up each of these score lines. There's 3 score lines on this side, and I turned it around and cut up, so you can see that. I cut up to the first score line on all 3 score lines on this side. Then on this little end, this 1/2 inch in, I completely cut out this side and that side up to the score line. Then I got out my tear and tape, and I put tear and tape right on the edge. So that's what's going to hold the glue box together. I also put tear and tape. See, here's the tear and tape here on this edge. Not the first set, but the second set. I put tear and tape here and here. And then the last thing I did, one of the last things, is I did the stylish shape circles, or if you have a circle punch, and I put that in the center of the square. And you can test it out to see how deep you want your glue to lap, you know, how far down you want it to go. But I was doing a tutorial in metric earlier. So now when I pick up the ruler, it's in centimeters, not inches. Okay, so this circle is approximately 1 1/4, but use any punch or any die you have. It's approximately 1 1/4. But I use this second from the smallest stylish shapes. And the color of my cardstock, again, I don't know if you can see this, it kind of looks funny, the light. Wild wheat. Is it all blurry? Can you guys see?
You want me to dim it for you?
Yeah, make it darker.
Well, it's going to get lighter before we dim. That's the way we work, right? Because we have to toggle through the different light settings.
Hey,
so it's going to wash out, and then it's going to look better all the time.
When's it going to look better, Steve?
It's looking worse, and now it's going to look better. And now it's going to look better.
Uh-oh.
And now it's going to look better.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Look
at that. Yay, now we can see the colors. So the cardstock is wild wheat. And then up here on the daisy, it's bubble bath, and I stamped the center with Moody Mauve. And this paper is mainly Moody Mauve. I want to show you how I did this flower too. I tried different things, but what I ended up with is I cut strips because I didn't want all of this. I just wanted this big one. So my flower is this die and this die right here. And then I used a bone folder and I fluffed my flowers and I stamped the center. I like fluff flowers. I stamped this with Moody Mauve on the bubble bath and I popped it up on a dimensional and just glued it on there. So this is how all you Stamp Camp participants that signed up with me, you got this in the mail like this. Now I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? Let's see. I think I'm going to take off all the tear and tape and we'll see how that goes. I don't have a second one here. If we have a small train wreck, sometimes that happens, doesn't it?
You're just going to have to MacGyver it.
Yeah. Are you going to help me with that?
Yeah. Are you going to have to use your glue too, or just...
Yeah, I usually use some glue too, and that's a good point. So I'm going to take the flower end and bring these up. And we want to make the squares pretty good. If you're having any trouble with yours, go ahead and trim. You know how on a box we would trim corners? I didn't do that on this. I just thought it would work out. So I have this flower, doesn't matter, inside of that one. I'm bringing it forward. Now I'm going to bring this piece up that has the circle, and I'm going to tuck it in.
Ooh, it's got to go inside?
It's going to go inside, and I have tear and tape right here. So this tear and tape is going to go
under the flower.
Underneath the flower. So get it lined up how you want it. It's funny, when no one was watching, it lined up perfectly. So I'm going to line it up here.
Maybe you need to fluff your flower a little bit more. I just like saying that because it's iterative.
Okay, so my tear and tape is down, and yeah, you might need a little glue on here too. Hey, Becky's on. It's good to see you, Becky.
Jeanne is on too.
Hello, Jeanne. Jeanne is part of the Stamp Camp. I can't remember. I think Jeanne's in Canada. Is that true? Okay, now what we have left is tear and tape here and here. And we're going to bring the two sides up. Look at that. I love it when a plan comes together.
So do I.
Especially when you're watching. Okay. So what do you guys think? I have pretty DSP on 3 sides. And I can put my glue box in right here. If you want, maybe we should do that. I'll put a little green glue up in each of these corners to just really get it down
Here's my
good.
question. Does the glue box make the glue actually work more often?
Yes. The answer to that question, Mr. McCullough, is yes, because in the glue box we have the glue sitting upside down. So when I'm here shaking my glue trying to get it to this end.
I like watching that part though. I think that's funny.
Who else is on? Courtney is on. Thank you.
Anita says she's just completed her box too at the same time.
Anita, tell me if you like your box. Anita is part of the stamp camp, and she got her signed up for the stamp camp with me, so she got a glue box in the mail. But she had to put it together. Did it work, Anita?
Apparently she says she's done, so.
Okay, so here's my cute little glue box. I did line it up so the bottom was just a little over the edge, but as you can see, a lot of the top, it's hard to see with the white back there, is hanging over the edge. But since we're all crafters, how fun if you have a friend coming over to craft with you. Make them a little glue box and put it together. Oh, Linda's on. Linda got a glue box in the mail too. Is yours put together, Linda? Have you glued it together? You guys will have to put pictures in the stamp camp of your glue boxes. But anyway, I hope you were surprised and delighted, and if you're coming from the stamp camp or anywhere else, everybody can make these. So yes, Linda has hers put together. You guys are awesome. Well, stamp camp people, it starts in 45 minutes, and then our presentation to make the pink card is at 6, so, and almost hour and 45 minutes from now. So we hope you'll join us. It's more fun when we have interaction, isn't it, Steve?
It is. We like talking to people.
Yeah. So anyway, if you like our videos, we're here Tuesdays at 7 p.m. generally, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.